Ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? So we're here today with Kingdom Manga chapter 481 to 400, well 481, 482, 483, 484, 485. And as you can probably tell by my voice, I'm sick. Currently, I'm a little bit sick. And it was actually fine. My nose wasn't running until I started speaking. Like the second I started speaking. The second I started speaking, my nose started running. So, is this a sign for the future? I don't know. But, yeah, we're here today with Kingdom Chapter 481 to 485 reaction. Last time, we ended off with Bihei, him kind of having his scuffle. But now, obviously, being back in the squad. So, let us see what this time it has in store for us. Everyone knows now, the achievements of the Hishin unit. So, we'll see again what exactly, where exactly the story takes us next to. I know normal people, they usually use a glass or something. I don't. Anyway. In a divide between heaven and earth, thinking of the past, looking towards the future. And that's the message the boss asked me. We don't get the message. That the message the boss asked me to pass on to you. Those are your final orders. Understood. Make what preparations you need. Hang on a second. Did Kanki really say that? You mean your role? He did. No, not that. Did he really say that the battle will end today? Yeah. That's how confident he is. Yeah. I'm sure he did. Yeah. The guy looks like a fucking Superman, man. I wish I had like long flowing hair. That's what I need. My hair is way too limited, honestly. Way too limited. Way too limited. Anyway, all the archers are ready. They're all preparing. They're like, Kisui-sama! Your presence is required urgently. Down at the bottom. Are we... Oh, 1 second. Hello. Alright, just making sure that the sound is recording, because I recorded something that didn't have sound earlier, so I just wanted to make sure that the sound was recording. So, hi, how you doing? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Yeah, this is actually quite annoying. Your presence is required urgently. Down at the bottom. At the bottom? Are we under attack? If the men are struggling, then I'll go. It's not an attack, sir. It's... I'm not quite sure what to call it. There is a message for you, and it's from Kanki. A message from Kanki. Oh. You better retreat. If not, you're gonna die today. And going... Actually, it's the bridge that we had earlier, I feel like. The chapter's actually called... I just realized. The chapter's called A Horrendous Gift. The bridge, which I'm assuming is from Dead Corpses. And going by the contents, that thing is his gift to you, Kisui-sama. A gift from Kanki. Either way, you need to make your way down there, sir. Kinmo, I'll leave this place to you. Hey, we're going to leave the fort. No need to worry, sir. There's no Kanki soldiers in the area. We've got men stationed further than us below. What the hell's going on? Duke say, my lord. Yeah, he looks terrified. Yeah, he looks terrified. My lord, it's this way. Even old Duke Say looks frightened. They see it, they all... Yeah. A bridge of corpses. That's why you get the Saki clan. The ones that have, like, fingers and all. Ha. And that's a gruesome sight. That's gonna enrage them and make them act careless. That's what's gonna happen here. Bro, imagine seeing that. Just a bridge. Not even a bridge. What do you call it? A banner. What is this? There is even children. This is inhumane. This cannot even be considered the handiwork of a man. The cursed devil Kanki. And what's more is that it's not made from our captured soldiers. He actually rounded up all the inhabitants of Kokyo to do this. And all so that he could show me this. He purposely went after the civilians. My lord, We also found a message from Kanki underneath. Read it out. Yes, sir. To the esteemed and honorable General Kisui. Your valiant efforts as Deputy Commander have been most commendable, and so as a token of my appreciation of your effort, I give to you this arch of corpses. Not the McDonald's. Not the McDonald's. Oh, definitely not the McDonald's kind of arches. If I don't forget, that's going to be the title. Not the McDonald's kind of arches. That's going to be the title. Take a good look at this. Take a good long look at it. Burn it into your eyes, because you see, Kisui, it is my hope that Duke say. It is my hope that you will eagerly look forward to my next great work, as I plan to deliver an even greater tragedy upon your city of Regan. No. He's dragging him out. He's dragging him out of there. Just, yeah, he's got him by the balls. That's basically what he does. What? What do you mean? Clang, clang. Sir, urgent news. Glop, what happened? The Kanki army has begun to move away. They're heading towards the southeast. They're heading in the direction of Regan City. What did you say? Foo. My lord. Yeah. Again, with the bonus chapters, one of these days I'll just go back and read all the bonus chapters. Now here's what Kanki's, in my opinion, doing, right? Obviously he's luring them out, because they're gonna be they're soft, not soft, but they care about the people at Regan, right? They're luring them out from there, and while they're being lured out, it's gonna be a pincer attack where like the Hishin unit is gonna attack from behind, and then the Kanki unit is gonna attack from the front, and you can have both, clash with like them in the middle. So that's what's gonna happen, in my opinion. Because right now they're gonna act They're gonna act based on their emotional state, which is to go there and help, obviously. Chapter 482, Regan and the States of Zhao. Every little action or movement performed by this man is impossible to predict and impossible to understand. You would have us abandon the seal. Do you even understand what you're saying, Kisui? He who controls this point shall be the victor of this battle. After coming this far, I seriously suggest we throw it all away. I must ride to their aid, no matter what. Regan needs me. Kisui, you must look at this calmly. It is strategically meaningless for Kanki to attack this. Yes. Yes, that's true. But he's still gonna do it. He attacked the city of Regan. Even if we were to successfully capture a city so far behind his lines, he'd only be surrounded and destroyed afterwards. It is clearly a trap meant to lure you out of here, but he still has to go though. I guarantee there are Sin soldiers hiding there just waiting for you and your men to leave before they attack us. Of course my lord knows that already, but if we don't go after him, that sick bastard Kanki, there is no doubt he'll turn Regan into a sea of blood in retaliation. And in an even more gruesome way than what happened to the people of Kokyo. That man and his lackeys aren't human. Go and see the horror with your own eyes. Even now, the clock is running down while Kanki closes in. Let us hurry after him, Kisui-sama. Kinmo. Kisui. 2 days. Just give me to... You don't have that. Kanki predicted you'll lose today, which means you'll lose today. That's all. That's all I've got to say about that. Give me 2 days. Once the fortifications are complete, the Keisha army can hold this place by ourselves. That cannot be done. Regan, as it is now, cannot last even half a day against an army like Kanki's club. That's enough. Did you really think we would just let you selfishly abandon your duties with that little plea? I won't allow any of you to desert this battle after all that has happened. If you still insist on leaving, then I will make you stay, even if it means I have to kill you myself. Kisui. Clang, just clang. Try that, and I'll kill you first. Oh, now you've said it, you wrench. Enough that way! Yeah, internal strife going on right there. If you were to slay Kisui now, the entire Regan army would throw themselves at us. And if it hasn't occurred to you that out of all the possible choices we could make at our current crossroads, that this would be the most foolish path we could possibly take right now, then I must ask you to restart your career again from what words? Oh my. Kinmo-sama! We have been forced into making a decision that will determine whether this battle ends in victory or defeat. by that one man, Kanki. He always has that smug fucking look on it, like just the. He reminds me of like a mafia boss, honestly, like a puppeteer mafia boss that just act like let's call him what he is, Don Kanki, all right, Don Kanki, Don, the Don. And the burden of this choice shall fall down to one man only, which would be the highest commander of our Kisui, of our force. That would be you, Kisui. For all intents and purposes, it is you who is now the supreme commander of the Zhao army here. Kinmo, you Kinmo! But before you make your decision, there is something that I, as a general from Central Shao, must lay to Kisui, Lord of Rigan City. We, the Keisha army, came here to do battle of Kokyo, not for the sake of Rigan City, but to protect the state of Zhao. We were to surrender Kokyo to Shin as a starting point. Then this entire region shall come under attack from further invasion. And even Rigan is but the only one of the many cities that will be in danger. The sheer amount of Zhao blood spilled and lives lost in such a situation is incalculable. And once the entire region falls under Shin control, needless to say, it will only continue. The Shin will only set their sights even wider and further in until we are all under attack once again. And to prevent that from becoming a reality is why we are fighting here right now. We spill our blood onto the earth to stop them here. We offer up our lives in the name of this cause. If you leave now to save the one city of Rigan, everything we have sacrificed thus far will be for naught. To rescue this one city of Rigan may very well cost us the entirety of Western Zhao. That is how heavy a decision this is. Think carefully before you make your choice, Kisui. But he's a lord. That's the point that you're forgetting here. He's a lord. He probably has had to make decisions like this in the past. His father made a very similar decision. Not a similar, to a degree, a similar decision, I guess. But, you know, it's kind of what you got to deal with, you know? Alright. He's gonna go. He's gonna go. He's not gonna abandon Rigan. My lord. You see this smug fucking look from Don Kanki. The hill. Rigan City. We don't see his decision. We'll see it. You know, we won't hear it. Actions speak louder than words. We'll see his action rather than his words. Rigan City. How is it, Dad? Oh, that's some fine work you've done there, Keitoko. Everyone helped to make a whole bunch of them, so that Kisui-sama can come back safe. I see. Oi, that, eh? What? It's an army, and there's so many of them. How is this possible? Have there been any messages from Kisui-sama or Kokyo? No, we haven't heard anything from Kokyo for the last 2 days. Then this army must be. Sound the bells! Clang! 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 Have the women and children seek shelter on the ground. Get all the men we have up on these on these walls, but we won't stand a chance against those number. Clang! We're under attack! It's an attack! Clang! Clang! Everyone, you need to get on the ground. It's Kanki. Clang! Kanki's coming for us. Kya! That can't be. Did it make it past Kokyo? Clang! Then does that mean Kisui-sama was defeated? Question mark. Kisui-sama was Kisui-sama. Clang! Enough chatter. Hurry to your shelters. Clang! The Kanki army is almost right on our doorstep. What are you, Keitoko? Get home and head underground with Grandma. Clang! Clang! He sees something, probably the Kisui army. What? Clang! Everyone's shook. Kisui-sama! Alright, so Kisui came here. My lord, you have returned. Does this mean you have successfully driven away the Kanki army, Kisui-sama? Assemble my retainers, Marquis B. We must make preparations to evacuate Rigan. Yeah, he ran here. Yeah, Rigan was more important than Zhao. Half a day, eh? Half a day. Kanki. Kanki. Now, we'll see what he obviously did on his side. Early that day, the afternoon of the 5th day of the Battle of Kokyo, that bastard Kanki, they seriously say he wants us to take this hill of ours. Yeah, he'll manage that. It's not just the Hishin unit. According to the messenger, there is a number of other groups waiting to strike too. That's still jack all people though. Russell. I mean, Kanki left Kokyo with more than half his army. Shinyon, This whole thing with Kanki expecting Zhao to just chase after him when they spent all this time holding that hill, isn't that crazy to begin with? That's right. Why would they ever do something as stupid as, Rumble just sees them all run away. Yeah, both Shin and Zhao are simply puppets dancing on Don Kanki's palm. That Shin and Zhao force are descending the hill. I think the reason why he decided to go after them, why Kisui decided to go after them, is because so many of his soldiers obviously have family from Regan. That way you'll keep the morale high. You may lose the war, but you'll at least keep the morale high for the battle and the future battles. I don't know. Are you serious? They're actually... But why? I won't let the fate you fear happen to your home, Regan. At this time, the Kisui army, which has comprised half the total manpower, holding the central hill, ascended and left the hill behind them. We must catch up to Kanki. Go as fast as you can. Yes, sir. On the other hand, the Keisha army, led by Kinmo and Gaku, remained in position, bracing themselves for the inevitable attack. And sure enough, the numerous soldiers that had been lying in wait in the forest soon surged up the hill, one after another. Boom! Ah! Boom! Kill them! Initially, the Zhao were able to easily fend off the waves thanks to their height advantage and the fortification. Die, you scum! But in the end... Oh yeah, they were defeated by Zeno. They were defeated by the efforts of the Zeno clan. Like Zeno just comes in there with like his giant ball, like hola, hola señorita, un cerveza por favor. I know it has nothing to do with anything I just said. Right? That's the only Spanish I know. Mi cumpleaños es el 19 de febrero, and that's the only Spanish that I know, basically. But yeah, hey. Hey, the Zeno clan just comes in, as well as the Hishin unit, both of whom were able to successfully break through the defenses, and obviously Kyukai as well. Yeah. Shin, they're starting to make a run for it. Same here, Captain. Shin Dono, does this mean, yeah, we've won? Yeah. Come on, Yakue, you go first. I'll catch you later. Don't do it! Die here and the only thing you'll achieve is throwing your life away. For the sake of avenging Keisha-sama too, live on. It pains me to say, he's crying blood. It pains me to say this, but this is it for us here. We're pulling out of Kokyo. The Shin achieve complete victory. On the dusk of the 5th day of battle, with the full retreat of the Zhao army from Kokyo. As for Kanki and his army, once he had confirmed that the Kisui army had indeed left to pursue him, he waited until Kisui had been lured far enough away, then scattered to the four winds without fighting. He dominated this, alright? Just puppeteer. And Kisui army was able to hunt down a number of these small groups, but eventually they would resume the course and make their way to Regan, during which Kanki returned once again to Kokyo, to the central hill, which by then had already been captured by his men, and where he could now leisurely ascend at his own pace. Just like, you see that one guy in the back like, yeah, we done it, boss. And Kanki's just like, yeah, what? Just, yeah, like chilling, like, yeah, boy. Boss! Yeah! Don Kanki just smug. Wow, they're so fired up. There's a good chance for you to learn how the grown-up fights Hishin unit. Kanki. There they go, bringing in women from God knows where. An overwhelming victory. Thanks to the help of Naki and his men, I now have a good grasp on the battle as a whole. And with that, an overwhelming impression of just how incredible Kanki is. How incredible Kanki is. Yesterday, on the 4th day of our battle, around the time our Hishin had just managed to take out Keisha, my then Kanki had already switched his sights from Keisha to Kisui. Yeah. He summoned, of course, the interrogation specialist. Yeah. To work on some Regan soldiers he had captured. I had them tell him everything they knew about Kisui's past. And once he was aware of Kisui's relationship with Regan City, he immediately called off the battle over the central hill, which both Shin and Zhao had spent the last 4 days doing. Yeah. And knowledge is power. He ordered his men to pull back from the hill and surrender it to the Zhao forces. What? Then, while the Zhao were busy working on the defenses, Kanki sent out his men to scour Kokyo, burning down villages and gathering up the bodies of civilians, just so he could show it to Kisui and intimidate him. This is what's going to happen to your home with Regan. Due to that, Kisui abandoned the hill and ran off to save his home, resulting in a defeat for the Zhao. Does that mean the only reason we won was because we burned all those villages? Go! Ko's right. Thanks to that, we won. Back on the 4th day, when all the pieces had come into the play, any other strategist would probably have locked themselves into only thinking of ways to capture the hill, and he thought outside the box. That's why he's not a typical strategist, though. That's why he's able to look outside the box, because he is kind of like that rough bandit. That Don Kanki. With Kanki switches strategy to revolve around Kisui instead of the hill. He manipulates people, not the terrain, not the objective. He manipulates people, as we saw with Keisha. He then used the bodies of innocent people as a trump card to specifically gouge at Kisui's weak point, dragging him away from the hill to create a chance for us to take it, thereby securing his victory at Kokyo. Something like that can't be called strategy or even tactics. This method of fighting. Even Shohei-kun or Rimaku would never have thought of something like that. They are great. They are greater strategists and greater tacticians, but they're not. I want to say underhanded, but that's not giving Kanki enough respect when I say that. More so, they are not ruthless, scumbaggy, in a good way. I like being a scumbag. I'm a scumbag, all right. Like, personally, I don't think I'd ever work at the Hishin unit because I'm a little bit of a scumbag, honestly. no, let's ignore that. Shit is my dude, but I don't think I'd work there. No, they would never have taken the risk. Hoping that Kisui would abandon the hill for Rigan is nothing more than a gamble. War isn't some sort of game, but because no one else would try to pull off something like this sort of crushing victory is something only the boss can pull off. Having to fortify the hill after we capture it was actually another problem we had to worry about. But the boss let the Zhao do all the work, and now the hill is in our hands with nearly everything already completed for us. But most of all, it's the numbers that are scary. Numbers? Our clashes with the Zhao over the central hill were like a meat grinder in terms of casualties. But thanks to Kanki calling it off, our losses ended up being less than half of what we expected to lose. Less than half? Even the greatest of strategists would be hard-pressed to replicate a result like this. Hang on a second! Are you saying that sick bastard is actually even better than the Riboku? You're kidding me, right? Just what is he? Just what is that man? Hey, they're gonna be too hype. I don't know, it's like Kanki over all the O's, alright? Oki is my dude, right? But Kanki over all of them, right? He's done Kanki. But I don't know whether I'd say he's like smarter than a Riboku. There are different levels to strategy. There's strategy, there's tactics, and then there is just playing the game. I would definitely say like Riboku, Shoei-kun are definitely much better at tactics and strategy. They're not good at playing the game. And that's exactly what Kanki excels at. He just plays the game. And you know what? Sometimes you just gotta play the game. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have this and one more chapter. Perfect. Excellent. Perfect. Just what is that man? The boss is a man of many mysteries. Why is he as strong as he is? Does he have any family still alive? Where did he even come from in the first place? They know nothing. They know absolutely nothing. Even Raido and the others in his inner circle can't answer these questions. Where is the boss? But just once in the past, I asked one of the guys who have been with the boss the longest about what it is that drives him. One of the elders. Who? What drives Kanki? Yeah. That cold, merciless, and oh my. Oh my! That cold, merciless, and undefeated genius of a man. Well, okay, never mind. Undefeated genius of a man. What lies at the core of his being, he just enjoys it. That's really what it boils down to. He enjoys it. He enjoys playing people. So I asked him, where does it all come from? And he said to me, rage. Rage? Ooh, the Seki clan. Rage. And that is what drives Kanki. Rage that burns so strong. It's hot enough to melt even rock. What is he angry at? Rage. To melt rock, that rage. What is it even directed at? Everything. Hey! He looks towards what could only be the next scheme he is cooking up. Rage against everything. Rage against the machine, eh? Chapter 484, The Parches. Shin, Royal Capital, Kaju. Good news, sir. I bring good news. Our troops have emerged victorious at Kokyo. It appears the enemy commander Keisha was personally slain by Shin of the Hishin unit. As always. Give him that. Give him that rank status already. Make him a general. Are you certain? Oh, Keisha, the most likely candidate for the last great heavens. Wonderful, Shin. However, it seems some sort of dispute occurred between Kanki and Shin afterwards. The reports even mentions deaths. What? A dispute with deaths? Well, has a matter been resolved between these two? So I am led to believe.
All details are still unknown to us to take Kokyo in merely 5 days. Perhaps I should say as expected of Kanki.
Indeed. Indeed. And it's just like, oh, this guy is dangerous. Indeed. Koryoku. Take a man of 10,000 men and head to the frontline city of Min to assist in Kokyo's defense. Yes, sir! Kyoku, see to it that the surrounding cities each send 1,000 men to reinforce Kokyo, while Shoei-kun imagined that Kanki's battle must have been one that exceeds his own predictions. His attention. Have the Doman army head north and attach themselves to Koryo as well. We must swiftly set up Kokyo as a starting point and transition to a campaign for Zhao's western region. Yes, sir. Had already shifted towards the Zhao lands that lay back. That's why he's the goat, alright? That's why he's the goat. Like immediately take advantage of the situation and just be like, yeah, you know what? Good shit, Kanki. Now we're setting our sides to the rest of Zhao, to Riboku, and the rest of Zhao. I would love to see Shoei-kun versus Riboku, honestly, or both on the battlefield. I would love to see that. Then we could have like what do you call it? Epic smart battle of history. I don't know, alright? Epic tactics battle of history. And once again, we return to Kokyo.
Now hang on a second, how the heck is the Shishin unit meant to fortify one of the Western Hills by itself?
That thing's big enough to hold 10,000 soldiers just by itself, which is precisely what makes us worth doing. Are you kidding me? And on top of that, you want us to send patrols to the outskirts of Kokyo too? This has to be some sort of joke, right? I was informed you still number 5,000 to your original 8,000. We're full of heavily wounded. We took heavy losses on the 4th day when Keisha launched that surprise attack on... That's your fault for being a bunch of idiots. It's cause you didn't fight using your brain like the boss did. That so many of your men ended up paying with their lives, you are. Ah, damn. That's a direct insult to Tetmao. And to think they had the gall to pick a fight with the boss. What nerve? I don't think you trash could drag us down any harder if you tried. Yeah. What the hell did you say that was? That's enough, 10. You've told us our job and post. Is that all? You told us our job and post. Is that all? I do hope you don't take this as a chance to slack off. Just because Naki-san has returned to us after fulfilling his duty and keeping an eye on you. What's Kanki doing now? I haven't seen any hint of him since last time. Why the hell would he have to show his face to someone like you over every small thing? There's nothing to be concerned about. His boss is currently enjoying himself up at the top. Don't get too full of yourself, slave boy. So you... What? You lot are bandits, alright? He's a slave. There's not much difference, alright? You're both scum of society, honestly. Sounds kind of hard to say, but you're both scum of society and a large group of things. I don't... That's not really an insult. That's like... Anyway. To me, that's like an empty insult. It's like, oh yeah, little slave boy. Shin could just be like, mate, you're a bandit, alright? You can't insult me. We're both on the same level, bro. That's like a turtle insulting a slug. You're too slow. Like, we're both slow. that's what it is. We're both slow, alright? Someone as tiny as you was never worth the boss's attention to begin with. And that's never gonna change for the rest of your life. Yeah, no, Kanki, I feel like Kanki's gonna go up to him or something. We're halfway through this chapter, maybe not. But Kanki, I don't think Kanki sees it that way, honestly. Now that's a glum face, Kyukai. He sure showed us all, right? The grown-ups way of fighting, yeah. His methods might have been scummy, but the results are something I can't just ignore. Especially since we're probably going to run into Kanki again sometime in the future. Aye, very wise words. But no matter how powerful he may be, someone needs to rein him in when he should be stopped. Jingle. Of course, but to do that, I'll need to rise even higher than him first. I need to become a great general. Mate, your goal should be just a great general of the heavens, alright? Now I need to become it before Kanki. Like, bro. Ambitious. I like it. Beating him will be hard, but so long as you're equal to him, you can keep him in check. There is nothing for you to agonize over, Shin. You just need to do what Bihei said. Become a great general of the heavens using your own methods, not someone else's. Yeah, I know, Kanki. I don't know what it is that you're thinking about in that head of yours, but there's no way in hell I'm going to lose to you.
No! Okay, Kukai.
Why don't you hit me once to really get me punched? He's already gearing up and everything. Wait, stop! That was fast. Actually, I think a slap is boom. Thanks to the battle, he was already geared up. Thanks to the Battle of Kokyo, news of Kanki's strength and fearsomeness would spread throughout the lands. Meanwhile, the Hishin unit's punishment for insubordination was cancelled out by the slaying of Keisha. However, you're right, Igaro. Due to Shin's pouring out his heart to his men, the bond of the Hishin unit grew even stronger. Brilliant. Patrol team, move out! Hwah! Yaha. Those, what was it, chapter 480 when he basically poured out his heart. Those Hishin unit idiots are actually going on patrol. So little man, yaha, that's a slave for your ass, always working. The fuck did you say? You wanna try saying that again, you bastard Naki? Naki. And for those others that found their hearts touched in the same way, it's hardly something to make a fuss about. I'm simply requesting a Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. The hearts touched in the same way. I'm requesting a transfer to the Hishin unit. You're not gonna get your guts ripped out, Naki. Shut up. No need to get so worked up, Raido. We're an army, but at the same time, we're not. Having no rules to bind us down has always been one of the good things about the Kanki army. Do you object, boss? Don Kanki's like, at least tell me the reason, Naki. Just a whim, as usual. But if I had to give one, then I suppose it's just that the meals we shared with the Hishin unit tasted surprisingly good. Hey. Hey, you think we'd let you kill him? To the Hishin unit, who were aiming for even greater heights from now on. The events that took place would turn out to provide them with an extremely large boon. And in a similar manner, lurking in the forest of Kokyo was another party that found themselves reaping unexpected rewards. Who are those two behind you? He just... Okay. What are you? I'm gonna get like a Riboku versus Kanki. I don't think so. Zhao, 3 great heavens on Riboku. This was my blunder. I misgauged Kanki's abilities. The loss of Keisha-sama stings, but in exchange we have obtained 2 windfalls. The first being the discovery of the hidden talent, Kisui, while the second is Shu Sui Ju Banaji. What's Kanki's weakness? What's his weakness? What's his weakness? I didn't see his weakness. I only saw strength. The year after the battle at Kokyo, Shin would muster an army of a scale not seen since the coalition war to do battle with the Zhao. And on that day, all would realize, I swear to you now, Keisha, that Kokyo was nothing more than a prelude to that battle. I shall avenge you with my own hands. Hey, Riboku is pumped. Gotta get that. Gotta get a bump, boom, boom, pump. That is what. That's basically what it is right now, alright? That's basically what it is right now. He's just pumped. He's like, oh yeah, nah. I will avenge you, Keisha. I will avenge you. So, I want to see Kanki versus Riboku or Kanki versus Shouken. I really want to see that, honestly. I would love to see that. Is that what we're going to get? I think with him saying that, oh, I discovered his weakness, I think we might. I think we might. Chapter 485, the final chapter of this video. And here we are at Kokyo. I certainly wasn't expecting to see a forest this large inside. Oh great, there it is. That's the western hill that the Hishin has in charge of fortifying, huh? Yo. It's been a damn long time, hasn't it? Moten and a Gakukai unit. How's it going? He looks so much older. It looks like 4 years have passed, honestly. That's how old he looks right now. In the midst of panic scrambling of work, there blooms a smile. Chapter 485, Moten's news. Slush! Haha, well done. to Shin, the man who accomplished the greatest deed of the battle by slaying Keisha, and immediately had it all nullified by attacking his own. He probably would have been promoted to maybe not general outright, but he certainly would have been promoted. All right, he certainly would have been promoted if. Bit of a shame, but moral principles they matter. All right. Yeah. All things considered, imagine my surprise when I heard that you actually took down Keisha. I was all like, yep, Shin's definitely going to make Jet. At the time. Yep, me too. The next day I hear you picked a fight with Kanki and even killed his men. Well, there goes that promotion. Well, Kuka was kind of the one who killed him. Kuka's like, Hey, I'm relieved to see that foolish, straightforward nature of yours hasn't changed in the least. Shit, you know it. So, what brings you all the way out here, Moten? Ah, that's right. We're here to take the baton off of you. Nice. So the Gaku unit is staying, the Hishin unit is leaving. The Western Hill and all of the Hishin unit's duties are now being passed over into the Gakuka's unit's hands. You guys are free to go home now. What? Here's the official order from headquarters. What? Don't toss it like that. But sir, we haven't finished with the defenses yet. We'll handle it, and we'll fix up all the little spots you messed up too. What are you talking about? Fortification isn't that easy of a job. To even 10 took ages to come up with this plan. Moten's definitely way more suited to this sort of thing than me. My scores in construction defense and fortifications were always terrible. Sensei said my scores in those were less than half of his top student, Moten. Top student, eh? What? Less than half? Haha, did you know? Did he know? Don't tell me we're being forced to switch up because the designs were that bad. I was just joking. Honestly, it's not that bad. Just think of it as a gesture of goodwill from the chief back at Kanyo. Getting enough rest and recovery is simply important to you and your men as well.
Ha! As if I knew any rest. I'm not tired at all. Ha! Shit.
Just because you're not doesn't mean it's the same for your men. That's right. You guys. Sigh. I want to go home, latch on Toby-chan's titties, and never let go. Too much in. Yeah, TMI. TMI. You've probably got a lot of things to think about, too, after your run in with General Kanki. You should head back home, digest things a little, maybe even try out something new for a change of pace. Don't need it. What do you even mean by something new anyway? Not like there's anything for me to do back home. For example, let's see. How about dipping your toes into matchmaking? He spits it all at Q guy. Q guy just uppercuts him like, nah. Matchmaking? Of course you would have to spit it straight on Q guy, eh? Talk about matchmaking. Tinder. Matchmaking? Isn't that the thing where you look for somebody to get married to? What's with that reaction? Me? Get married? Ha! Not sure what you're surprised about. Are you 22 already? 1 year younger than me, right? Marriage is perfectly normal at your age. You just see Kyuga looking away like... Ha! Like you want to talk. You're a year older than me, but I don't see you trying to not. Oh me, it's fine with me. As the eldest son of an esteemed family, I have to carefully select my spouse. Meanwhile, I'll be enjoying my delightful nights with the wonderful ladies of the city. Okay, son. So the esteemed family is eagerly awaiting a day you provide us with an heir to soothe our unease. Anyway, point is, finding something other than battle to get emotional and passionate about is important too. Emotional? Who? Me? I'm pretty sure that's you shit. No, that's still not a good enough reason for me to just pack up my bags and leave the front, especially since there's no way Xiao is going to sit idle after we took Kokyo from them. Tell Shoei-kun that I'm sorry he sent the Gakuka unit over here all for nothing. Toby-chan, you shut up. Sorry. Sheesh. Fine. Let's talk serious for a moment. You should know that Xiao isn't the only one that's got their eyes on Shin due to this Kokyo campaign. After Karin Rose become Chu's new head of military, they've been steadily diverting more and more manpower to the borders with us. Thanks to that, great General Mobi's own huge army has been forced to take up a position near our southern front. Alright, that's on the southern front. Alright, that's against Chu. Then they've got Shakespeare. And that's the sound Rose ride, or ride Rose because the roads ride. Ha, I'm Shakespeare. On the other hand, we've had reports of Wei's top general, Gohame, moving around the frontline city of Shu, most likely plotting to retake Choyo, which pretty much means our other great general, To, is stuck there, keeping an eye on him. Previously been something like Choyo, okay. Cool. Chiyoyo. Not only that, but our spies report that even the states of Han, Shi, and Yan have been quietly scheming to keep Shin's power in check. All 6 states, basically coalition again. All 6 states are moving against us. What comes next is my own opinion, but whatever war is next is going to be a fairly big one. Then that's even more reason for wrong. That's why you should use this chance to heal. Exactly. When the time comes, you need to be ready. If a huge war is on the horizon, both our enemies and we will need some time to make preparations for it, which is why Chief Shoei-kun said that it is his wish to see the wounded Hishin unit recover its full strength and evolve to an even greater level than before. Recover and evolve. With our experience at the Battle of Kokyo, I have noticed a number of weak points and other areas that should be improved upon. Going on the attack is fine, but our defensive capabilities are definitely lacking. And the bigger and longer the battle we're in, the more fatal this fall will become. We also need to work on our teamwork with Kyukai's unit, as well as getting us some archers or other missile weaponry. To sum it all up, if we put some time aside to work on it, the Hishin unit can become even stronger. Evolve. The Hishin unit's already made a name for itself by taking out Oreo and Keisha. You can be sure High Command is placing no small hopes in you guys in the wars to come. Shin. Ha! Phew. Guess that settles it then. Then for the sake of getting even stronger. I suppose it's about time we finally headed back home for a bit. Woohoo! I got to see my daughter! My wife! Well, no, what hit her? Time to get yourself a son, eh? But if anything happens, you let me know right away, you hear? I'll come flying over here in a flash motion. Ha, gotcha. But I'm fairly sure we won't be seeing any action for a while. The ball's in the bureaucrats' court, so to speak, those guys. I told you, right? The greater the upcoming war, the greater the preparations needed that will greatly affect the outcome of said war. The strengthening and refinement of a nation's military might. The intricacies of diplomacy, both inside and out. It will all begin with the battle waged between bureaucrats. Perhaps it already has. Battle of the bureaucrats. So that means it's all in the hands of Chancellor Shobunkun and co. Should I be worried then? It'll be fine. Sensei's a chancellor too. So for now, we simply need to sit tight and prepare ourselves for what's coming next. While the men at the top with their clerks, pens work their magic. It is just as Moten said. By this point, under the surface of the normality, there are already a plethora of plots and dealings set in motion by the other 6 states. And far to the east of Shin, snuggled between the borders of Zhao and Chi, lay a small city by the name of Ko. It was here, away from the prying eyes of Kanyo, that a secret meeting between 3 completely unexpected men of great renown was about to commence. Okay. Okay. You hadn't seen him for a while. I thought he had a heart attack at one point, honestly. Ooh, apologies. It was my intention to be the first to arrive. I do hope you will pardon me on my behalf of my old age. Shin's highest-ranked diplomat, Saitaku. Prime Minister Rivaku, certainly. 3 great heavens. And Prime Minister of Zhao. Who's the third person? Who's the third person? Who's the third person? Glop. Oh, it would seem the organizer of this little meeting has just arrived. I had thought that would have been you. Yeah, very sharp of you, but on this occasion, that hardly matters. Krieg. I believe this would be your second meeting with this man, Prime Minister Bang. You would be correct. This is our first meeting since that night before the coalition army in Rimoku. The king of Chi. He always likes having a snake in his mouth, honestly. He's a very weird king, I have to say. Very strange king. But I guess once you're a king, you have all that power and all that time. You know, you just try and find your hobby, see yourself a hobby. Unorthodox hobbies. I want to see what they're talking about. Yeah, I want to see. Diplomacy is one of my favorite things, honestly, at all times. The bureaucrats, you know, the bureaucratic talk, as Shin would say, the boring talk, as Shin would say, I enjoy. I usually enjoy. So we've got a meeting of three great men. That's all I'm gonna say. We got a meeting of 3 great intellectuals. So I want to see what happens next, ladies and gentlemen. But that was chapter 485, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be ending it here today. I will see you all, ladies and gentlemen, in the next one. Everyone, until then, have a nice day. Peace out and bye. Hey everybody, if you like this video, please be sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And if you want to see more of these kind of videos, be sure to check out Patreon to get 1 week early access as well as full length. Until next time everybody, peace out and have a nice day.